Let us go to next topic, irrigation system in Karnataka. Before going to study irrigation system, we have to know what is irrigation, what are the difference between irrigation and natural source of water. We can get number of example for natural source of water like rainy water, water from rivers. These all are naturally created, called natural source of water. At the same time, can be seen artificial supply of water for agriculture, called irrigation system. So these are not naturally created, human made system. One more question, important one more question, what is irrigation? The artificial supply of water for agriculture is called irrigation. I repeat, the artificial supply of water for agriculture is called irrigation. There are different types of irrigation systems can be seen in our state. In that mainly well irrigation, canal irrigation, tank irrigation occupy major part. In our state, 48.3% land cultivated under well irrigation. 48.3% can be seen well irrigation in our state. Second place goes to canal irrigation. 31.7% agricultural land irrigated by canal irrigation. It's after. Third place goes to tank irrigation. Along with these three, some other types of irrigations are there. Let me explain one by one. So what you are seeing here picture. So this is a well irrigation. You can see here well through motor pump. We can carry water from well to agricultural field. Look at here through motor pump. Here you can see agriculture land. These are agriculture land. So this is a well. Through motor pump can be supply water from well to agriculture field. This is another one type of irrigation called tube well, or it's also called bore well. Same like well, but in modern days this type of irrigation systems are introduced called tube well irrigation. This one, second important irrigation system, canal irrigation, making artificial way from river to agricultural field, making artificial way from water moving way from river to any one major river to agricultural field called canals. This is another type of irrigation system called drip irrigation. Dam irrigation. Number of dams are there in Karnataka. Among that, most prominent KRS dam constructed by Mysore rulers. Sprinkler irrigation. This is tank irrigation, one of the second largest tank in Asia. Second largest tank irrigation in Asia called Shantisagar tank irrigation, which is located in Davangere district of Karnataka state. Same Shantisagar tank irrigation. Another one type of tank irrigation. This is a little small type of tank irrigation. One more type of tank irrigation. So inside the tank can be store water, and when it is necessary, by the time we can release from tank to agricultural field. Another one type of medium type of tank irrigation. Tank irrigation means different types of lakes also. Keregalu or lakes also comes under tank irrigation. So this is also example for a tank irrigation. So these are different types of irrigation systems can be seen in Karnataka. Among that, a well, canal and tank irrigation play important role. Now, let me explain what are the importance of irrigation system. Why we need irrigation system? We have enough rivers and Karnataka receives rainfall also. Then also why we required irrigation system? See, irrigation system is necessary for the development of agriculture, where especially where a place receives irregular rainfall or uneven or very low rainfall, those region highly depends on irrigation system. Why? During rainy season, they will store rainy water or river water in different types of sources like canal, tank, well. Later, during summer season, they can supply water from those irrigation system. So, different types of irrigation systems are there: well, canal, tank and other sources of irrigation. It is necessary, it is essential for the development of agriculture. And irrigation system was an ancient practice in Karnataka. But how can we justify? Simply we can say irrigation system was an ancient practice in Karnataka. We need some sources. Without source, we can't read and we can't write anything in SST. So, sources are necessary. So, there are some sources. What type of sources? Already you people studied in 8th standard about sources. Two types of sources are there: written sources and archaeological sources. Here some archaeological sources are there which proves that as irrigation system was an ancient practice in Karnataka. See, in ancient time there were number of wells in our state, and we got well were in Kalaburgi district of Karnataka, which was belongs to 11th century. What we get well in Kalaburgi district, which is belongs to 11th century. Another one archaeological source is Tungabhadra canals. Tungabhadra canals established by Vijayanagara empires. Tungabhadra canals constructed by Vijayanagara empires. Along with the canal and well, one more best source is there, that is the dam irrigation. Vanivila Sagar and Krishnaraja Sagar dam, both are very ancient dams, can be seen in Karnataka. Both are constructed by Mysore rulers in ancient time. So these well, canals, dams, these all says that yes, irrigation system was an ancient practice in Karnataka. Nowadays can be seen some developed irrigation systems like tube well, tank irrigation, these all introduced recently. So can be seen number of new canals in our state. And tank irrigation, one of the largest tank irrigation is there in our state, that is Shanti Sagar, or it is also called Sulekere tank irrigation, located in Davanagere district. Not only in Karnataka, in Asia only second largest tank irrigation can be seen in Davanagere district, that is Shanti Sagar tank irrigation. So these are different types of irrigation systems. In our state, nearly 26.2% cultivable land cultivated under irrigation facility. Rest of the agricultural land cultivated under natural water like rainy water and water from river. 26.2% land cultivated under irrigation water, mainly where northern Maidan people highly depends on irrigation system. Why? Because we know that northern Maidan one of the low rainfalling area. After northern Maidan, southern Maidan also same, one of the rain shadow area. Why? Because they will receive low rainfall. So that's why both northern Maidan and southern Maidan highly depends on irrigation system. In India, Karnataka occupies 9th position regards to use of irrigation system. And if you take district wise, Raichur occupies first position. Regards to canal irrigation, Raichur occupies first position. Regards to irrigation system in our state, Belagavi occupies first position. And Kodagu occupies last position. You know why this difference is there between Belagavi and Kodagu? Kodagu is located in Malnad region, receives heavy rainfall whole year. But Belagavi is there in northern Maidan region, one of the low rainfall area. That is why northern Maidan districts, not only Belagavi, along with Belagavi, other districts also highly depends on irrigation. But if you take district wise, Belagavi occupies first position in regards to irrigation system. Regards to canal irrigation, Raichur occupies first position. Raichur district has largest cultivable land under canal irrigation. If you take tank irrigation, Shivamogga has largest area under tank irrigation. Why Shivamogga, one of the Malnad region, why Shivamogga depends on irrigation and especially tank irrigation? See, I agree Malnad receives heavy rainfall, but after rainfall, water, it will go towards western part and join Bay of Bengal. And Malnad has many fast flowing rivers. So that is why those rainwater will not store in Malnad region. It will go towards western part and join Arabian Sea. That is why during rainy season time, people who from Shivamogga or Malnad region, they will store water in tank irrigation. Later, during summer season, people will utilize same water for agriculture purpose. So that's why Shivamogga also depends on irrigation system. What type of irrigation? Tank irrigation. And if we take well irrigation, Belagavi has largest area, cultivable area under well irrigation. And already I told you, if you take district wise, Belagavi occupies first position regards to irrigation system and Kodagu occupies last position because of heavy rainfall in Kodagu and lack of rainfall in Belagavi. So these are different types of irrigation system: canal irrigation, drip irrigation, dam irrigation. Here can be store water. Later during summer season, this dam will release water for agriculture purpose, and these dams are places of producing power. Dams can be produce power using force of flowing water. Let me explain how to produce power using flowing rivers and dams in next topic. So this is about irrigation system in our state. So in this topic we studied what is irrigation, types of irrigation, percentage of irrigation and major source of irrigation, and why irrigation system was an ancient practice in Karnataka, and district wise, which district depends on what type of irrigation facilities, and district wise, if you take district wise, Belagavi occupies first position in Karnataka with regards to irrigation system. So these are about irrigation system. Let me explain what is hydroelectric power and what is the process of hydroelectric generation in the next topic.